All right, so by now you probably already heard about the GTA 6 leaks. Now I know a lot of people are taking it as a grain of salt, but let's take a bit of a deeper look into what they're actually saying because for a more broader context, we're going to take it in the context that they're actually going to have this in the game. And obviously, you know what they always do? Like if there's a leak or something, they're going to change it. Like if I was making a game, if I was making a big video game and like some of the leaks like came out, certain information, of course you're going to change it once the game comes out. So obviously some of these things that I'm going to mention here is probably not going to be in the game, or even better, you never know. And plus, this, you guys already know, you guys have probably watched hella videos on this, but this comes from Game Roll, and he's kind of weird. He has like a third party, person telling him like, yo, like this is actually in the game and stuff. Like, it's kind of weird. Okay, I'm calling that out. I don't know, but it's weird because he's also been saying that he's also predicted something else as well. So he's been validated with that as well. So look, Gameral's info from the source who gave him the last names before trailer 2. So the first one is the random encounter from the leaks where the NPC talks about Jay Norris got cut ages ago, of course. So if you guys don't know, from 2022, like Jay Norris, like they were having a conversation talking about Jay Norris and stuff like that. If you know, you know, you know. So look, the second one is not much to explore underwater right now other than treasure, but there are secrets and more obviously can obviously get added more before launch. Honestly, in my opinion, there's obviously going to be a lot of underwater stuff. I mean, it's Miami. It's literally Gloriana, right? You're going to have a lot of underwater stuff. So the third one is there's a mission where you shoot a shark with a spear gun. What I'm talking about, right? Sharks, dolphins. You see that in the trailer and all that kind of stuff. So the third one is, yes, the part where Lucia gets tackled in the airplane is from the heist I told you about ages ago. And I remember how I told you Lucia sneaks into a bodybuilding gang. Well, the woman who tackled Lucia is Musli, as I'm sure you've seen. So I'm assuming she's part of the gang too. So just like in the screenshots, you saw her like in the boxing ring, right? So I kind of want GTA 6 to have some fighting mechanics, a little bit more than what they had in GTA 5. So that would be really interesting and really interesting that they're going to implement that, different kinds of fighting mechanics. So the fourth one is, or the fifth one, there are shopping malls with shops in them. There are skyscrapers with lifts in them. But right now, the lifts only take you to the roof and not the individual floors. Okay, there are said to be around 700 shops in the game, and definitely the most interiors any open world game you've ever played. Now, I kind of see this to be true. I mean, if we're gonna have a really massive map, and plus they haven't really talked about a lot about like the National Caliga Park, which is very, very interesting, because what if like Vice City has a few shops, but what if the other part of the map has so many shops? I'm just speculating here. I'm not saying it as fact. Don't take it serious, bro. So look, there's a mission where cops betray each other, but they don't know the context of it since they didn't play the mission leading up to it. Now, I can already see this happening because you already see like you're going to be interacting with cops in the game, right? And all that kind of stuff. I kind of already see this happening. So chapter 4 and 5, and this is like story spoiler stuff. So if you don't want to be spoiled by the story, it's not going to be like actually really like in depth. The story is just going to be like surface level stuff, obviously. So chapter 4 and 5 aren't finished, and they cut a huge chunk out of chapter 5, so that's getting reworked right now, whatever that means. I don't even know what chapter 4 and 5 even contains. So there's a guy called Donnie who's Jason's friend, and my friend described him as a freak. He works for Brian with Jason, so you guys can figure that out. The shot in the trailer where Jason walks out in the shop with a beer is gameplay and not a cutscene. You literally can go buy a 6-pack from the shop. Are you serious? Because a lot of people are saying, not a lot of people, but even YouTubers like Cyberboy, he's saying that like 50% of the game, 50% of the trailer from GTA 6, the second trailer, is actually 50% gameplay, which that would be insane. So you briefly see Lucia's kid at the beginning, but from what my friend played of chapter 1 and 3, so he's saying that his friend, like Gamebro, he's saying he already played GTA 6. This guy already played GTA 6. That is crazy. So look, chapter 1 and 3, they never saw the kid again. What? So maybe a case of my friend not having played enough of the story, or the kid really just isn't in the game that much. We'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to see, because that's crazy. And I already made that video of kids being in GTA 6. Okay, so the sex scenes they saw were pretty PG, where the camera pans away before nudity, but they haven't seen all the sex scenes. So maybe we'll get actual nudity in some of them. I had to ask. So look, I'm pretty sure that they're probably not going to have it, because a lot of people, they're saying that they're not going to have that, which is pretty interesting, because obviously if this is going to be the biggest game of all time, of course kids are going to play the game, man. Of course. Dude. So look, SHIT, Sugar Honey Iced Tea. In the trailer, was only from chapter 1 and 3. The part where they jump off the bike into the truck is from chapter 3, okay? So they're going to have multiple chapters here. So really, really interesting. Social media feature is still absolutely bare bones right now, but they should be working on that right now. Interesting. They changed the weapon wheel for the third time the other day. So the weapon wheel is going to be completely different from GTA 5, GTA 4, or I'm not sure. They probably might include elements from Red Dead, GTA 4. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just speculating. Don't take it serious. So look, when you switch characters, there's a third option where you can switch to Jason and Lucia. So whoever you're not playing as will turn up to the area and chill with you. There's a mission for Jason, Lucia, and both. And the missions where you play as both, you can turn up with both characters. If you switch to both of them, start the mission like that. When you're together, you can play golf together, etc. Standard GTA stuff. So the other one is you can greet and intimidate is in the game. So pretty interesting, because you can also in Red Dead Redemption 2, you can antagonize, you can do all that stuff. And the other one is you can't use AirPods to listen to music when you're not in a car, of course. But that could be changed before launch. Yeah, because a lot of people are saying you can also if you can wear AirPods, like in GTA, you can listen to music anywhere. Even when you're walking in GTA, right? Ambrosia and Port Gellhorn are nothing compared to the size of Vice City. That's what I'm saying. There's other parts of the map which are going to be completely massive, and they could contain even more shops than Vice City. We're not just talking about Vice City here. We're talking about different parts of the map. You have national, and plus, what if they haven't even showed a specific part of the map, right? I already made that video about the secret island. They might have, different areas where we haven't even seen yet. Of course, this is going to be the biggest game of all time. So still big, obviously, but the Vice City is the biggest by far. Okay, that makes sense. Prone, still cut, and dual wielding was never in the game, so you can't even prone. Okay, you can't buy pets, but Jason does have a pet iguana that you can feed. Yeah. You already know. You can see the pet iguana. You already see it from the first couple of shots, the iguana there, and you also see it someone wearing it on the neck. You already know. Right now, the ankle monitor doesn't affect gameplay, and Lucia gets rid of it. I'm pretty sure early on that makes sense. The map is still rectangle like GTA 5, and missions waypoints are pink. Jason's ability is the Deadeye. Are you serious? Slow-mo, and you can see weak points that you shoot. That's interesting. Oh, that would be interesting. Having the Deadeye in GTA 6? Man, that would be interesting. So Lucia's is a SHI tier version of that. Oh my god. She goes into a slow-mo, but she can only shoot once. They said they hope that it gets changed because their abilities are SHIT at the moment. So, of course. So, like, if the laser coming out, they're obviously going to change it to something different. And there is no Disney World parody because, in Florida they have like, or in Orlando they have, Disney World, or I don't know, in Florida, or Universal Studios or whatever. As far as they know, there's no secret map like Guarma, but they haven't played the whole story. What the hell is that? I have no idea. The secret map. Okay. They've not seen any returning GTA characters, but they're not too familiar with the past characters anyways. So they're not certain. Okay. People do not react if you have your gun out, and Jason and Lucia will try to hide their gun if they're walking with it or with it out. I already see people on Reddit talking about this stuff. People are saying like, yo, that's kind of interesting. Male, okay, you already guys know there's like male strippers, the color stuff are in the game. That's crazy. They feel like everything might be getting cut with a delay in mind, but they still could add shit back, of course. So look, from all this stuff, I can already see like most of this stuff you guys are probably already know. I'm just like reiterating, and I'm just making a video for you guys that aren't just like, oh my god, I want GTA 6 to be out right now. Oh my god, I want to buy GTA 6. Just wait for the game. Look, the game is gonna be out soon. In no time. Time doesn't exist. So look. But in the consciousness of human beings, it does. But look. So, GTA 6, right? And hold on, let me see if I can read more. Let me see. I'm just making sure that there's no more, anything that I'm missing. So look, I think that's the whole thing, right? That we talked about. I don't think there's any more to talk about, but they've definitely cut some content out. So I've already mentioned like basically everything here. It just wasn't really organized. It was just all kind of all over the place, of course, because I just wanted to get everything in a nutshell. So I basically got everything in a nutshell. But honestly, of course, I'm very excited for this game. I've always been excited for this game. I've played San Andreas. I've played GTA 5. I played the story. I've played all of that. I played GTA 4. And it's just really interesting to see that when you're together, you can play golf and etc. Standard GTA stuff. So I don't know if I read this. You can switch to third person missions where you can both, you can turn up. So there's more to this as well. This isn't like the whole thing. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have like a relationship bar where like it's like a relationship meter where like it's gonna show the quality of the relationship that you're gonna have with Jason or Lucia versus who you're playing with, right? And it's gonna decrease or increase based on the actions that you take within the video game. You know what I'm saying? So guys, I'm pretty sure that's it for everything. I can't wait for the game to come out, and I will continue to make more videos on GTA 6 because I'm really passionate about this, and I'm really passionate about making videos in the first place. That's why I do it. I don't really do this for money. I don't really do this for attention or anything. I just love to create. I love to create content, honestly. I just love it. And honestly, I wouldn't even use an artificial intelligence because I don't know. I just want to be as human as I can, honestly. So, and also I stream a lot. So a lot of people, they might say like, oh, he's using artificial intelligence. My God, dude, I stream, bro. I literally stream. Artificial intelligence can't do that. And it's crazy how like some people, they think that I'm artificial intelligence. Bro, are you tripping? Bro is tripping, bro. Dude, some people think that I'm actually a robot. Is it because that I'm reading faster? Is it because that I know so much information? Or like, I don't even know so much information. I just do a lot of research. Come on, man. The government is not hiding nothing. Of course not. There's no way that... Come on. There's just no way. Everything's fine. Right? Nah. Be serious? Nah. But look, that's pretty much it for today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and have an amazing fucking day. Peace out.